So this is the first video in the journey that I've taken in the broken system. Now the first page of the PowerPoint is just a disclaimer explaining that it's long. Please don't skip bits because parts that you skip may be relevant, and that's how things get twisted and misunderstood. It lists all the types of evidence that are going to be included throughout the PowerPoint, and that I'm very aware that there are people out there who'll be jumping all over it, trying to criminalize me and take me down for things that I've done with it because they don't want it out there, and I'm just trying to cover everything there with that. So, do Australians have a right to freedom of speech? Which is it? Because when I look it up, both government websites are contradicting. One saying we do, one says we don't. So Australia has no Bill of Rights. We are a liberal country with no Bill of Rights to protect us. And this is all available to Google online. This information is all online. All the other liberal first world countries have them, as you can see there. Canada, United States, even South Africa, who has a lot more going on than we do. So I'm now coming into just basically the system, how we have a lot to be ashamed of, that we're letting people down, and that we need to really uncover the truth. Because the health and legal system isn't designed for everyone. There's a hierarchy, and it's become clearer and clearer. The divide's getting bigger as middle class gets taken out, and it's either just going to be rich or poor soon. Now, people are quick to jump on me, but all I'm doing is showing the truth, and most of it's available online. This is a few examples of just what's going on across the country. And this isn't even anything I researched. This is just when you go into Google just to find examples, and just so many things pop up. Trying to get help is very traumatizing. It's why we self-medicate and turn to natural medicines and are scared of police. Now, that's just for the average Australian, but for people with trauma, we get re-traumatized and our condition gets taken backward because people don't understand complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So this is just some information about it. Basic information. And you will have heard that on my many videos on my channel, I'm comparing us to the USA, to the UK, because we are well behind in health, in mental health, and we have nothing on trauma compared to these guys. So they have somatic symptoms, they have trauma awareness, they do courses for people, and people are actually getting treated over there. So, and this is what we need over here, and it's just showing you that other countries are doing what we need. These are the things I'm talking about. So, just some more information about trauma. And what our country is lacking. You know, that we need to feel safe. What happens when we're triggered? What does a dissociative episode look like? What does trauma-informed care look like? What happens when you actually yell at someone with CPTSD? I'm still burning from being yelled at like a month ago because you have certain things that you need to do to recover, but you don't. You end up going further and further and further every time something happens. And this is talking more about the GPs and the mental health system. So these are all facts available on the government websites, you know, aihw.gov.au, 85% of mental health medications are dispensed by GPs in Australia. We know that they're not trained in mental health. They get a copy of that DSM-5, and that's how we get misdiagnosed, and we're not able to get referrals to the people who can really help me. I have been misdiagnosed and or given medication for so many things that I don't have, which are listed there. So this is just talking about actually what antipsychotics are, the side effects they have, and it can actually, how damaging it can be if you don't need them. So this is just information there about that. So this is wrapping up everything that I'm talking about, that the state this country is in. You know, we have tent cities all over. The health system's a joke. Hospitals are overloaded. You know, we are getting taxed and rated with Medicare, and the cost of everything is just so ridiculous. We are not a first world liberal country. We just have the entitlement of it. So, and this will be in basically the segue into the next video, which is I am using my story as an example to show how sick people are being treated by the health system, the police, and in communities, and what kind of disgusting things people are getting away with simply because our system is designed to help the rich do wrong and stop the peasants down below voicing up about it. It is time for people to know the truth and for all Australians to have access to the help they deserve. Remember, my story is just one of millions in this country. Please share my channel and use my story as an inspiration to share up and stand up and share yours. Now, I don't want subscribers for the reason that most people do. A lot of people want their subscribers and their likes and their views to go up because they get paid for it. Please remember, as mentioned on a previous video, I have recently been paying to have certain videos of my channel available in trauma searches when people with trauma are searching. Because what I'm doing is I don't want to just blurt out and let the whole world see it. I want to make a safe space for people with trauma to come and tell their story. Because like this says, I am just one. And I'm using it as an example. I'm airing my dirty laundry and putting myself through this so that people can see they aren't alone. But also, I'm emailing it to MPs, to police, to everyone in the system who is related to health or law or trauma, or mental health, education, just any specialists. I sent an email today to 8 neurologists in Australia, 1 in every single state and territory of Australia, just to see which state's going to reply. I am one of millions, and this channel is going to slowly build with people who have trauma and people who are in the system, so that eventually all those people in the system can see all these people with trauma, and eventually someone will help us. It might be too late for me when that time comes, but I'm going to die trying for my people.